Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the February 13th edition of Carolina Week.
The votes are in and we have your student body president-elect here in the studio.
I'm Andrew Wooden. Coming up, one fraternity has bounced back after a year of controversy.
In sports, the Lady Tar Heels look to continue their ACC success. A day with Virginia is ahead.
Weathercaster Corey Davis will tell us if more rain is on the way.
All that and a political matchup you don't want to miss. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Sarah Huffman.
And I'm Adam Ruth. Thank you for joining us. It's not as intense as a Carolina basketball game, but it can get pretty wild. Aaron Summers has the results of the race for student body president.
Students, supporters, and candidates waited for the election results to come in, body paint and all. The Board of Elections announced the results just after 11 o'clock. It was the news J.J. Rayner had been waiting for.
With 1,403 votes, Kristen Hill. With 1,601 votes, Logan Lyles. And with 3,267 votes, also with a 52% majority, J.J. Rayner.
J.J. Rayner won with 52% of the vote. So for the first time in years, there will be no runoff.
I can't believe that we did it. We were expecting another week of work. I was thinking, how am I going to balance my test on Thursday? This has been amazing.
Rayner is looking forward to the work ahead.
I'm a workaholic. I'm so excited about being able to actually implement the things that we've been talking about.
And apparently we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with that story, but we're joined now by J.J. Rayner here in the studio. Hey, J.J.
J.J., thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, tell the truth. Did you spend last night celebrating or sleeping?
A little bit of both. We went back and got as much junk food from Harris Teeter as we possibly could get, and then sort of vegged out at Michael's apartment, and then I went and slept for 6 hours.
Well, good. You deserve a rest.
JJ, talk to me about sort of what the first thing on your to-do list as student body president is.
To form an administration, we have so much on the platform that we're going to have to get accomplished, and hopefully quickly, because we only have a year. So getting a good administration behind me that can help implement that plan is the first priority for us.
And have you made any decisions about your cabinet members yet?
No, and that was something that we were very constant about throughout the process, was we are not promising positions. Being a member of the campaign does not mean you get a position. We are very open about this because we don't want an insular student government.
Your platform points, a lot of them, we were looking at them earlier, and they're pretty ambitious. Are you a little concerned, be honest now, about whether you might not get as much accomplished as you'd hope?
Well, we only have a year, and so there's always that time crunch sort of weighing in on you. But the good thing is we've already been working on a lot of the most ambitious points. For instance, a lot of the web and technology points we've already been working with Brian Paste on. So.
Well, good. Well, student body president-elect J.J. Rayner, thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck in the future year. Rayner didn't get the only win last night. James Shelley and Pinar Gurel are Carolina's new senior class officers. Last night, Board of Elections Chairman Mitchell Capriglione announced that they won the contest with 52% of the vote. The pair celebrated their victory with supporters in Carroll Hall, where they received the news. Shelley and Gurel campaigned on promises of masquerade socials and scavenger hunts for the class of 2009. They also emphasized the need for better commencement speakers. And here are some other election results. 3 races were uncontested. Cindy Spurlock is the new president of the Graduate and Professional Student Federation. Michael Miller will head the Residence Hall Association, and the new president of the Carolina Athletics Association is Andrew Coonan. Students also passed 5 referendums, including an increase in the safety and security fee and a provision that gives students the power to approve or deny future fee increases.
Students have made their voices heard, and not just in campus elections. After student stores began charging 8 cents for a Scantron and 15 cents for a Blue Book, many of you have made it known that you're unhappy with the change. The main concern is that waiting in line to buy the supplies is taking time students often don't have. Starting this week, the undergrad library is supplying the test-taking tools at no cost. Library officials say they hope you'll take just the materials you need. The library bought only about 5,000 Scantrons and 1,000 Blue Books. Last year, student stores went through 200,000 Blue Books at a cost of nearly $30,000. One man is dead tonight, another behind bars after a shooting in the North Side neighborhood on Tuesday. Police say this man, 28-year-old William Albert Stroud, shot 51-year-old Marshall Ralph Brown in the back after a feud. There's a new twist to this particular incident, and it's similar to a shooting that took place only 2 weeks ago.
As it turned out, we received information later in the afternoon that the suspect in this case, Mr. Stroud, is actually the victim's stepson. So we're not sure exactly, and we never know fully what went wrong in this relationship.
He's referring to a murder at a Carborough food line. In that case, the suspect and victim were also father-in-law and son-in-law. In this case, Stroud is charged with first-degree murder and is in the Orange County Jail.
The Orange County Board of Commissioners is considering a new location for a waste transfer site. The search reopened in November after residents of the Rogers and Eubanks Road area filed a complaint with the Environmental Protection Agency. Members of the board outlined specific criteria for the selection process at a work session Monday night. But some members of the community say the board needs to allow more open discussion with the public.
They're calling for public input, but they're getting what the residents feel like is just, meaningless FaceTime.
If you truly want the input of the people, then they should be a part of the process of saying, this is what we want, this is how it should go.
You can see the guidelines for selecting the location at our website, www.carolinaweek.org. And some of us remember the day when a DTH was nowhere to be found.
And there's one campus group responsible. Coming up, one fraternity has bounced back after a year of controversy.